Hello, I'm Monsters of Banton and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 9 of my Zhou Ming Patreon supporter campaign, where we are liberally sprinkling rockets down upon the heads of these smelly marauders who have decided to try and bypass the gates. Yeah, good luck with that. It's quite tall. Quite a big gate. They're going to try and batter their way through it. We've got our missile units up on the wall over here. Jade Warrior crossbows, peasant archers, all that kind of good stuff. And then over here we've got the celestial dragon crossbows because we have enemy reinforcements coming in. Not that there's going to be many people to reinforce at this rate. I'm going to be honest, this gate seems to go down very quickly. Like, there's just this one guy with a big axe. He just seems very, very focused on knocking that down. If you know, the gate goes down very quickly. Why do you need to build rams when one man can smash down a gate almost as quickly? He can definitely reach it faster. This, fuck me. It's just crushing that gate. There's nothing. I mean, fortunately, we've got Celestial Dragon Guards down below. The Marauders are managing to reach the wall. I mean, what is left of them? Because they got absolutely wrecked on their way up to the wall. And to be honest, there's not many of them left. This unit's probably the most intact, but it's not great. And they're getting destroyed. That gate though, that one guy, Jesus Christ, mate. It's like I'm playing fucking Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. Anyway, he's going to just like, excuse me, pardon me, I actually want to attack the crossbows. To which my Dragon Guard are, oh yes, sorry, no problem. The fuck, guys! Anyway, I mean, one, I didn't realise someone could smash through a gate that fast, and two, I thought he'd at least go and attack the guys at the front of the gate rather than just walking past them. Anywho, heavy reinforcements are now here. The dragon crossbows are tearing through them. Ooh, ow. Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of doggos. Doggos are quite good at nomming their way through gates. Probably not as good as that one man, though. Has anyone... Right, there's a couple of things I've noticed in Warhammer 3. One, the AI, when they're attacking cities, they seem to be able to, like, push through your units. Like, they don't stop and attack the guy. They'll just go, like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight on the wall. I'm just going to push on through. And they'll just, like, skip through you. Like, they just don't care. I've noticed this several times. They'll just, like, move through your units and down off the wall. And unless you're watching really carefully, they'll just bypass you. The other thing is that the AI seems, like, ludicrously desperate to get at your missile units. And that's no bad thing. But they often do it at the expense of literally everything else. Like, they will happily suicide themselves to try and desperately reach, like a rabid dog, desperately reach your missile units. Which is just weird. And then also, like, your units seem to be less responsive. Like, they don't seem to chase enemy units as much. As soon as the enemy unit's, like, beyond an arm reach away, they're kind of like, oh, I could do it, but I'm not really that bothered. Oh, God, the sheer absolute carnage. This isn't a battle, this is a slaughter. I mean, over here, the doggos, again, try to, like, rush past us. And now what they're doing is they're braking, and they're just heading for the exit. But, of course, what will happen is they will rally, and then they'll come back to the fight, which is why I've got these Jade Lancers here, so that I can actually use them to hunt down these these warhounds and any units that like escape into the city, because otherwise they end up like trying to take your victory points. That can be very annoying. I like there's a whole line of wall here, but you're queuing for this one particular section, which is not necessarily a good idea, because you seem to be taking a lot of missile fire directly to the face, and the guys that are climbing up on the wall are currently getting murdered by my halberdiers. Okay, well, with units being hunted down by our cavalry, which is exactly what they're there for, thank goodness. We do have a slight issue here, as a couple of enemy lords have broken through, and we don't really have anything left to deal with them apart from... I mean, the Celestial Dragon Guard should be fine, but still. Unfortunately, they're probably not going to stick around with the rest of their army getting absolutely ruddy slaughtered. Yeah, they... Oh, I don't doubt it, but I've got plenty more rockets where that came from.
The gods watch! Do not disgrace us!
Okay, nice and easy. Let's take the... there's not much money there, but I'll just take a replenishment. Okay, well... I guess they're not going to be back anytime soon, so that's good. Boop, 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 boop.
Iron Dragon.
Oh, that is a beefy... That is a beefy little force there that we're going to have to bludgeon our way through. Fortunately, there's no garrison, so it's just that. Oh, they're quite beaten up. Do we just go for it? I think we just go for it. I think we just go for it. Let's go for it. Yes, they've already taken damage, and if we leave them, they'll just heal up. So I think it's probably best just to get in there, fuck them up, and then there's no more Zinch rebels in my goddamn house.
It's inevitable.
Okay, let's start off by... We're going to go through the little alleyway. One, because it's cool. And two, because there's no towers here. And I don't know how strong the towers would be, so... Probably not very strong. You know, in hindsight, maybe I should have... Did I have the option to build siege towers? No, I didn't, did I? Because I just went straight forward. Maybe I should have built siege towers. That's no problem. We can do this. It's going to be a little bit faffy. Oh my god, those guys just literally just dropped to their death. Zhou Ming just kicked the gate in. Probably bicycle kicked it like a boss. Right, now, the only real threat to my army is Flamers and this dweeb. Because he will happily drop so much searing doom on my head, it'll make my, well, head fall off. So, we're going to have to chase him off. So we are using Zhou Ming to basically just chase after the enemy general and make sure that he is as far away as possible or dead, with any luck. Now, Zhou Ming does have... He's got the Warpstone armor? Does he have the Warpstone armor? Is it Warpstone armor? I can't remember what he's got. But it does damage, doesn't it? There we go, Warpstone armor. Yes, so he's constantly causing damage to everyone around him, which is good because it's constantly sucking off their shield. So basically their shield is constantly dropping and therefore not regenerating as long as they're near Zhou Ming, and obviously he's doing damage to everyone around at the same time. So if forcing him back, they're throwing some screamers at me. That's fine. And we're now pushing our forces forward. We're bringing in the infantry. We do have some flamers here, which would be problematic if they weren't about to die. Good. Okay, so we're going to push into the city, bring everyone up, and then slowly advance up the centre. Particularly bringing artillery into range as well. Just crawling up, using a sort of like a creeping advance until we reach Zhou Ming, who's currently dealing with some screamers. Now, I could turn him into a dragon, but if I did that, he would be a much bigger target, and I feel like all the pink horrors, would just be chucking shit at him. So this is probably a safer option. And he's, as I say, this guy here he's just constantly having his health slowly sucked away. So he might just die from being near us. Should be fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so just moving up. I like having the Great Longmar Riders, but they are very situationally useful. Now, in an AI army, if I saw some units of Longmar Riders, I'd be like, oh shit, not those guys. Because I know what they would do. They would come in and try and like take out my artillery. By doing so, they'd probably kill themselves. But if they took out my artillery, that would be annoying. However, as a player, I don't want to lose my units. So I'm not going to throw them artillery. I mean, I might try and swing them around and take out artillery, but I'd only use them if it was safe. Whereas the AI, they don't give a shit. Maybe I should give less of a shit, but I do. I do give a shit. I do give a shit about my boys. Especially because for the AI to get elite units, they just wait a little while. Whereas the player obviously has to, you know, do stuff with them. Oh, hang on. That doesn't look very structurally sound. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. Bloody shoddy buildmanship. Okay, come on. Take out this dweeb. Punch him in the face. Bicycle kick him. Go on. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Forsaken. Can we not, like, I don't know, blow him up or something? You're a little bit surrounded there, Zhou Ming. Can I suggest a flame wall or some sort of giant explosion with big flamey boulder rocks things? That would be good too. You can see we're pushing up in the back there, slowly advancing, creeping up, using the crossbows to clear out any threats, and then moving up again. The artillery coming in behind, pounding anything that gets into range. Ah, that's it. Yeah, big explosion. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Nice. Like it. I mean, obviously, someone's going to have to repair that road, but still. Flamers are a bit of a threat, because, of course, they will advance forward and then flame us and do a lot of damage in one shot. Again, sort of one of the areas where the AI is more dangerous with the unit than the player is, because they don't care about throwing their flamers away, whereas a player probably wouldn't want to throw their flamers away. So they'd be a bit more cautious about using them, whereas the AI is just like, let's do as much damage as possible. Okay, Zhou Ming seems to be getting the upper hand here. He's done a lot of damage thanks to his just constant AoE effects. So he's up to 2,500 damage dealt as gold. He's a big, strong boy. Does a lot of damage, doesn't he? What a lad. Absolute lad. A little flame wall coming out as well, just to finish him off. We do have some pink horrors who are kind of in the way there. There we go. It's like being at the car wash, isn't it? But obviously more dangerous. Okay, units pushing forward once again. Now, if I were the AI, what I would do is I would wait either sides of here, and then when I tried to push forward, I would just smash. But obviously AI is not that smart, and that's why they've currently deployed facing these barricades, which obviously is not actually any direction I'm coming from. Still, 9 out of 10 for effort? Right, I really need to kill this guy, because I do not want Searing Doom on my head, and my army is advancing. Zhou Ming can probably kill everyone by himself, to be honest. Come on, Zhou Ming, finish him off. Oh no, these bloody Forsaken. Get out of here. Go on, go away, shoot. Get him away, I'm trying to kill... Look, he's almost dead. Get him. He's almost... Get him, go, get him. It's fine, good. Okay, pushing up. Pretty much this battle's over now. I mean, one, they're facing the wrong direction for a start. Two, they're all trying to kill one guy and failing. Got another flame wall that's just going to roll up this line of pink horrors. Just torching the lot of them. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. All these Forsaken slowly taking that damage. He's up to 165 kill. He's done 3,500 damage dealt as gold. These pink horrors got absolutely wrecked by that flame. But that, you know, that's what they get for queuing, effectively. Queuing for death. Meanwhile, the missile units are in range and unloading onto the Forsaken. I mean, there's not enough units here to stop me anyway. They're losing units very, very quickly. This guy is almost dead. He's going. But it looks like he's going to get a Searing Doom off first, which is kind of irritating. But now he's dead. That's the important thing. And the rest of his army is crumbling away. Capture settlement with minimal casualties. Okay, a little bit long-winded, but, you know, it's definitely the best way to attack those settlements. Okay, we've secured this little prop. So, we just need to deal with these guys.
To meet with one's enemy is pure folly.
Do I have a non-aggression? I don't. Did I peace out with them? Genuinely can't remember. When? Oh, this is a problem when you play campaigns like twice a week. Never remember what's fucking happening. I need some... Yeah, some of that. Some of that. Good. Oh, also, I could probably switch some of these around, couldn't I? Because... Let's do that. If I do that... Wait, what technology am I getting, though? Oh, you know what? It's fine. I'll worry about that later. Okay, I quite... Like, I don't necessarily need the growth. The income would be nice, but that's not... Like, I don't necessarily need it right now. I do want, though, to have... Right. I'm just going to knock down the defences here. I know. It's a ballsy move, but there's gold in them Var Hills. And I want it. I want it.
There is merit in this.
Now, if...
But far more useful uneaten.
That's a Temple of Elemental Weeps. Oh, that's mine. Now, the problem is, you have that settlement, so that's your only settlement, which means I'm going to have to kill you to get my hands on it. You're also military... Oh, you're defensive... Oh, fuck. I guess if I'm a military ally, does that count as my little victory? Problem is, if I... Unless I confederate everyone.
Child of the Nine.
I mean, that's not far off. So we could potentially... I don't think it's actually possible to confederate Meow Meow. Genuinely don't... Because it's... I think you would have to be ludicrously strong to be able to confederate Meow Meow. I honestly don't think it's going to have...
Cannot all abandon their posts.
You have no diplomatic prospects. 0. Relative faction strength is 8.3, and I'm strength rank 5 and she's 13.
Natural authority.
Which is...
In the name of the Dragon Emperor,
ludicrous.
I bid you welcome.
It's got 20, 10, the baseline is 40, which makes it...
Windshaper.
Makes it closer. So, right, we need to kill these guys. And these guys have got some stuff that we could... Unless I can...
Bow, for you
Okay.
are in the presence of celestial blood.
Noted. Thank you. So, what if I took the terracotta graveyard from you? No, you don't want to give that. What about if I offered payment? Okay, that's not... It's getting there. We could potentially start buying settlements off them. That would then weaken them, I guess. And then it would be easier to... I'd forgotten we had a rebellion.
It suits my purpose.
Okay, we'll meander down here and deal with that little problemette. Do we... What is the public order building? Do we have a public order building? Asking the real questions here. This one. So this gives +3 control, this is +5, so let's go with one of those, which kind of makes sense, seeing as we're about to finish research, which could be a different... I don't genuinely know. This is fine, this is fine. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that for the moment. I think we're generally fine. I'm okay with this. We've got another little army there, which is adequate. Mini Tau. Now, is that... Oh, I can just auto-assign skills. Perfect. Just auto-assign skills, because I don't care what you have anymore. I'm not that bothered.
Celestial ancestors.
Tell you what, if we bring you down here, actually, that makes more sense, can't we? Because then we can fit some more units in here. You know what? I'm just going to... Genuinely don't care what skill points you have. You are very much just sit here and defend this settlement army.
Born to rule.
Ruler of the sky.
Zhou Ming, on the other hand. Now, what are you? 43. This is quite fun. I do like a big explosion with lots of fire.
It's impeccable.
And Leo, again, I think you've pretty much got everything. So let's do something like that. Village of the Cat People. Do we need to upgrade you? I'm not... If I had one complaint about Cathay, is that a lot of the buildings don't really seem super interesting. Like, the trying to balance them, that's quite fun. But there's no buildings that I'm like, oh yes, I have to build those. It's very like, I don't know, I guess that one. Settlement besieged. Oh, by rodents. That's fine. Should have probably checked before we did that, but never mind. It was fine. Okay, now we're the... Oh, it's because I changed all of the buildings, isn't it? Because, of course, it doesn't... If I change a building from one to the other, it minuses what... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Okay, look. The feng shui is all wrong here. Just... Let's do 2 of them, and then that should be probably around about fine. Potentially, maybe. Who knows, really. But it's no real big worry. Okay, let's come down to Snake Gate. Let's defend that. Are you guys just chilling?
Madness. No.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. You just enjoy yourself. Far be it from me. Reload time reduction for more shooting. More, you know what? Flanking. Yes. I love a good devastating flank. Oh, just really clears the cobwebs. I need this one. I'm tempted to just declare war on them and take it. I was hoping the rebels would deal with them, but apparently the rebels...
Did you bring any meat besides what's on your bones?
Immediately folded, despite, you know, attacking me with a fairly nasty army. They then, as soon as anything else comes over, just roll over and just die, which is fine, I guess.
The Iron Dragon. A voice.
Okay, corruption here is not great.
Indeed.
Jesus, really? It's quite a nasty army, I'll level with you. I'm going to have to do something about that. Everything else seems fine. You know what I do want is that celestial... I want some celestial guards, and I haven't actually built the... Fuck! Okay, we're going to have the little rebellion here as well. Why are you sad? Harmony. Oh. Yeah. Well, look, I'm sorting it out. Alright? Chill. I'm working on it. Like, calm down.
A tool worthy of a dragon.
I'm resolving the harmony issues in the country.
Lord of yin and
Soon we will be at harmony, mostly because the rebels who are angry about not being in harmony will be dead. And if that's not going to bring the country together, I don't know what will. I guess some buildings like this would be good.
Offspring of dragons.
Anything that's growth is pretty good, isn't it? Because that'll then we can upgrade the gates, and then that's better. Caravan, I've kind of like trying to dispatch caravans at the moment is basically pointless because I'll just get attacked. Now this is I was kind of worried about this. And in all honesty, I think having the caravans on the campaign map is nice, but I don't think they should be attackable. I think what should happen is that depending on the region they're going through and your relations with that faction, you should have to fight like enemies based on that. Because, you know, being attacked by 2 stacks of Demon Prince forces, I'm like, well, that caravan's dead. There's nothing I could do about that. It's literally... And that's not particularly fun, if I'm brutally honest. And the problem is the AI can just throw stacks upon stacks at you. So they're always going to outnumber you, which means they're always going to have armies sprinkled all over the place, which means getting a caravan through late in the game is very hard. Now, I really like the caravan mechanic, but I think, to be honest, what exacerbates... I think that one of the main problems with Warhammer 3 map is the factions at play. Because, of course, you've got those 5 demon factions. So effectively, half the map is always going to be at war with the other half. Or rather, I should say, half of the map is always going to be at war with the player. And I think that's the problem. I think that's a major issue with Warhammer 3. Is that if you're playing Cathay or Kislev, all of the fucking demons are going to be trying to kill you. And if you're playing one of the demon factions, then Cathay and Kislev are going to be trying to fucking kill you. And they're quite strong factions. Which means that you're always going to be constantly under attack. And one of the things about playing Total War is trying to not be at war with everyone at the same time. Because that is a terrible choice. You can play the Total War achievement, but frankly, those people deserve to be put in a padded room. So I think, and you know, not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone wants to be at war with literally. It just makes the game a lot harder.
I will prove myself to the dragon.
Particularly when the player bias is so strong. So, I mean, as Kugath, I was immediately getting attacked by turn about 30. Kislev was knocking on my door. Turn fucking 30. I had several stacks of Kislev heading towards me. Not to mention the fucking dwarves. I had stacks of dwarves coming at me by turn 5. And I think that kind of grates away at the, you know, that level of player bias is so exhausting. So I'm not actually going to deploy a caravan because I don't see the fucking point, to be honest. What are we doing down here? We've got extra control. Okay, that is fine. Over here, we've got research rate. That's okay. We don't actually have the Tower of Ashir. I need to do something about that. Unfortunately, we do have some allies here, which is nice. I think that's why they put the Demon Prince and... Was it Kassarin?
Continue working with me.
As, like, suggested first. Like, who the fuck decided that? It makes me wonder whether they actually played their own fucking game. Because it's like, no, like, Zhou Ming is a very easy start. Like, that should really be your first punt. Because did they immediately get stamped on? I think my allies immediately stamped the rebellion, which is fine. Grandmother knows best. Okay, good. Let's...
A thoughtful maneuver.
Yes, let's deal with those guys. And I'm going to... Yes, let's... good.
Test of iron.
We're going to go straight for them. I'm going to lay siege.
Not letting.
They don't have walls. No, good. Okay, so we can take that. We can also get the gold mine over here. Because who would have played the Demon Prince and gone, yeah, this is a great start for a person. If they've never played Total War before, definitely play this guy first. No! What the fuck? No, of course not. Are you insane? You mad?
I was born to
Zhou Ming, on the other hand, is a fairly sedate start, which is exactly kind of what you want. A lot of the factions in Warhammer 2 had fairly sedate starts. But, like, poor old fucking Kugath, what an absolute bastard of a start he has. The Demon Prince start isn't too bad, but inevitably by turn 5, you've got Wood Elves, Kristaltin, and Nordland heading towards you. And that makes that's going to be a pain in the arse to deal with. And Cathay, not so bad, but still quite large territory. I mean, Kislev is pretty heavily defended, but still, it's not really what I'd go, yes, this is an obviously good start for him. It's just an odd shout, to be honest. Just a bit of an odd one. I'm going to go with purely defensive buildings here, I think. It's also going to reduce the upkeep, all that kind of good stuff. That means we can get more units. That means we can get stronger, which means we may then be able to confederate with some of these guys. They want to confederate.
Be on guard.
You don't want peace. I don't really care.
natural authority.
You're going to stay there. These guys don't look like they're not recruiting anything else. I guess maybe once this increases, maybe more stuff will spawn. I don't know. The fact that stuff continues to spawn despite the fact, like Kurgan warband threat 60%, and it says, and this annoys me. The threat level will build over time. Chaos will attack once it reaches its highest level. No, they will constantly attack regardless. It depends on the strength. That's all that has any effect on. The fact that it says, oh, they'll attack, and then they just constantly attack is, again, whether that is just a wrong tooltip or I don't know, but what it's suggesting is not true. It's just kind of shit. Horde of chittering spider monkeys ascends from the mountains, stealing food from markets, praising metal from carriages and windows, blah blah blah. Poison the fruit, let the populace deal with it. Do nothing. Let's poison the fruit. I've got the money. I've got the cash.
The dragon-blooded.
Okay, if I declare war on these guys, are they more likely to? Shit. Okay.
Spread the
We may have to kill Meow Meow. All right, look, I don't want to, but still, I may be forced to. Do I want this? No, let's knock that down, because then we can build the proper building. We've got 3 yin, which means I need some more yan. So if I do this, hang on. This one. Okay, change that one. So we're going to change them back to what they were beforehand, and that is good. And then we can build this one. Sure. And then with any luck, we'll be fairly balanced. I mean, I could do this. Like, do I need this? Do I need this ability? It is a really nice ability. I don't need the growth really. Corruption is like fine. I think this is probably the best direction to keep it in, to be honest. I think I'll stick with this one. I think. Yep.
You have brought death upon yourself.
Hello. No. No, because eventually I am going to have to kill you. He-Kang has got Skaven Denial. Devastating Flanker. I've got Imminent Rebellion at the Forest of the Moon, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Right. It's slightly better. If I untax that.
Emperor is with us.
And you are just... It says Pyrrhic Victory now, although you will kill the vast majority of my army.
Come on.
He can... What? Is there a lot of scale? Oh, there is a lot. Yeah, yes, that's fair. There is quite a lot of scaling corruption here. Characters +2. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I serve only the changer.
Okay, what I'm going to do
We must become
is do an ambush. Fuck me! 4 Lords of Change?
natural authority.
Are you insane?
I am no one's
Good grief, Kairos. Chill.
That will incur my wrath.
You need to chill the fuck out, mate. You are off the chain.
Your demise is certain.
Hang on, aren't these the dreaded Wu? They're the Kazakh? Oh, they are. They are different. Oh, that's the dreaded Wu. That's the Kazakh. Look, it looks basically the same. All right. So they're just giving each other units, but that's fine. I don't really care. I don't care. I'm not that bothered. It's fine. More alchemists is not the worst choice. Stalking techniques, target range. Yeah, okay, let's grab that.
destiny.
So we'll see if we can get the ambush down here.
We shall
And
prevail.
I already know what the poll for next time is going to be. Is whether we bloody murder. How much do we need? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to save money and build that building. Whether we kill the ogres to get the last few settlements and potentially break our alliance with our sister.
Western provinces.
I bet she'll
Welcome
side with the fatties.
in most places.
Military access. Yes, I do want to be friends with... I've been meaning to make friends with Elizabeth so I can get some lizard boys. And I keep forgetting. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, where is that Zinch army? Oh, they're still just
Master of Feng Shi.
chilling. We've kind of got them surrounded.
It shall be effortless.
Let's see if we can take them. You want to fight? You do want to fight. It says valiant defeat. You? I believe in you. And you know what I mean. We've already taken out one of the burning chariots. And Yu is currently heading back to her lines. There's the 4 Lords of Change there. Trying to take down the other one. This is fine. You, run! Run! Barrel roll! Fuck me! Guys, chill out! Fuck, good grief. Guys! What the fuck was that? Alright, the other chariot is down, which means I don't have to worry about them. We've summoned in some Ancestral Warriors right in the centre there to slow down their advance. The Lords of Change, though, are continuing to head towards us. But I have a plan regarding them. I'm going to shoot them with guns until they die. What is stronger? The sword? No, the gun? Or the... Jesus, did you just... Hang on. Did that just... So a cannonball bounced off a Lord of Change and twatted one of the people that shot them. That's amazing. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, so Lords of Change are landing in the midst of my force. So we're going to get the Iron Hail Gunners to basically shoot them in the face. And hope to God they die. Meanwhile, Yu is being chased by another Lord of Change. I mean, she's actually not too... She could probably take him. Although she doesn't have the health. That's the only problem. And we've now got Flamers in range. And they're on a nasty little hill, which means they can really just, like, light up my... They really do not like missile units in this game, do they? They really do not like them. Anyway, the Iron Hail Gunners now off unloading into that Lord of Change. They killed one, one's down, but they're doing making a real mess of my back line, and they're concentrating a lot of fire on... Oh my god, the Iron Hail Gunners is getting wrecked by Flame of Fire. Ow. Ow, we need to get you in there to try and shut that down. which we have managed to do. But those Iron Hail Gunners are... They're out of here. They are out of here. These ones have just got wrecked by this army ability. Jesus. Oh my god. There's so much damage. That is the army ability, isn't it? It's definitely not these guys casting it. Oh, fuck me. That's brutal. Right, well, our ranged units are mostly dead, so that's good. We still got several Lords of Change to kill. Our melee units are now in there trying to mop up. Fortunately, we've got some rallying missile units that are now coming back to the fight. We need to pick off these Lords of Change. They don't have much armour. They will have some physical resistance, so they've got 20% physical resistance. So we just need to take them down. So we've got 2 here that need to be dealt with. All of our cannons are out of operation. Get him! Get him! Get him! Okay, he's sad. He's going to die. That's good. Another one's dead over there. You can see his staff. We've still got 2 more Lords of Change. Yu is right in the mix, dropping spells on the heads of the enemy. The Chaos Knights of Zinch have managed to crash into our line, but aren't doing very well, he says, as they're up to 50 kills. But we do have the Halbards behind them, picking them off. We've managed to knock out most of the enemy units. A lot of the enemy missile units now surrounded and being pulled down like these exalted pink horrors over here. And they're not bad in melee, but you don't really want them in melee, you want them shooting. Our missile units are now advancing and clearing the way. So even Fractus here is now taking a lot of fire from all directions, and there's not much you can do about it. He's starting to crumble. He's down. He's out. And the last few units are now crumbling away. Yu has pulled it out of the bag. Good job, Yu. Nice work. Unfortunately, they get another army ability. They're about to drop it directly on the heads of my Iron Hail Gunners and a bunch of other units as well. Oh, that sucks. Well, that was rough. And frankly, wiping out my Iron Hail Gunners with that last shot, could the Lords of Change do that? I'll have to double check that in the battle replay, because I don't think the Lords of Change have access to that spell. So how the fuck did they... Oh, it's an army effect, isn't it? That's what it is. It's an army effect.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Still, pretty bullshit. Never mind. Yu has proven that communism is the way forward by beating up 4 Lords of Change. Of course, Lords, aristocracy. There we go. Down with the aristocracy. Anyways. So we're going to go east.
A gift from my ancestors.
Sure.
Never flag, never falter.
And what a lovely gift it was. Right, so we're going to get a little bit more replenishment there, which is fine. We need to replace our Iron Hail Gunners. Still sort of laying siege over there. Nothing happened really over here. It is climbing by 4%. Dragon Gates.
Something disrupts our harmony.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's got the replenishment. If I do that one. If I do that one, then I go down by 3 and 2. So I guess it'll only be climbing by 3% a turn, which is...
Shogungan Lord reporting.
To be honest, right, here's what I would say is that if Cathay managed to like capture the Bastion, right, they managed to secure the Bastion, they managed to upgrade all of the Bastion to the top level, and say they managed to like strike out and like bop the settlements just outside of the Bastion, I think at that point it should just be like, you know what, it's fine, you've beaten back chaos, it's okay, you don't have to, because unless, I guess that in the Warhammer 3 actual, you know, Rift campaign, It's all about getting the rift. So you don't really have to worry about the Bastion. You're probably going to be staying fairly sort of like central in Cathay anyway, which is probably why Cathay doesn't really have that many expansion opportunities, because either you have to go south through the mountains, which obviously isn't ideal, or you have to go into the Chaos Waste, which is all uninhabitable. So it's not really... There's not really many expansion opportunities outside of Cathay, but Cathay's supposed to be sort of like isolationist anyway. And if you're doing the Rift campaign, you don't really have to go far from home, so it's probably fine. But I hope in the Immortal Empires campaign, we do see the Bastion having some sort of either victory objective, like hold the Bastion for X amount of turns, or a way to stop Chaos attacking. Because if you're trying to complete your objectives and at the same time trying to hold the Bastion, that's going to be kind of annoying, isn't it? Because you'll just be fighting battles that you aren't really contributing to your campaign apart from stopping chaos. And you're fighting the same battle again and again and again. It's going to get boring. I think that's why people don't like the minor settlements, to be honest, because you do tend to fight a lot of them because the AI is so terrified of fighting the player anywhere outside the settlements. So they just go and chase the minor settlements around. So you end up fighting a lot of minor settlement battles. I think that is part of the problem. He Kang. You don't think Skaven exists, but drop a comment on them anyway. That was a little bit closer than I would have liked, but it was quite a nasty. Zinch is pretty nasty. We want to build that building, I think. Outpost. Oh, you know what I want to do? Lizard boys. Hello. If I give you all my money... No. Okay. Well... I find it's actually... Okay, so here's... I'm getting on my soapbox again, but... Anyone noticed how it's actually quite hard sometimes to get an alliance with an AI faction before another AI can ally with them and then fill out their outpost spot? Because I've had this in my Kislev campaign. Like, I wanted to get some dwarf allies, but before I could ally up with them, the other Empire factions allied up with them. And then I'm assuming it's like an AI bonus. Like AI better. Like, they more easily, like, find treaties with each other. But that does mean that if they've only got one fucking capital city, the player is never going to be able to build that outpost. That, in my opinion, is a big fucking problem. You know what? I don't mind the AI having able to have allied units. Personally, I would say if they're allied with them, just let the AI recruit. Because to be honest, I don't really give a shit whether they've got an outpost or not. All I care about is if I can get an outpost. So personally, I'd say, and this is a bit of an AI cheat, if the AI is allied with another AI, just let them recruit the units without having to build an outpost. That way, the player can actually get a fuck. And I know you could be like, I would just give them a capital city. I mean, you can potentially, you could, but it's still a ball ache when you've been like trying to butter up this faction for ages. They meet another random friendly faction, and then suddenly they ally with them like 3 turns later, and it just does my nut in. Because the amount of effort you have to go to like get a fucking alliance sometimes is a nightmare. Sometimes it's really easy, and then other times they just don't want it for some reason, but they'll happily ally with anyone else, but not you. And yeah, so I don't know. I could keep trying to sweet talk the lizards, but at this point, to be honest, I'm kind of like we're quite close to the end of campaign, and I'm going to leave that other poll up. So obviously keep voting. At the moment, I think I'm probably going to do 3 kingdoms. I did put Warhammer, like another Warhammer up there. But I think if another Warhammer had like run away with it, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. But it's quite close. So I'm thinking maybe we do 3 kingdoms. Because otherwise I'm going to have to reinstall Warhammer 2. That's a minor inconvenience. Okay, I'm not going to build that. Because I think what I want to do is... I think what I want to do is... Oh, you're a supervisor. Oh, good for you. You're not my supervisor. What? An elderly but uncommonly shrewd ogre man needs to request an audience. The police mercenaries travel far and wide. He's learned the strategies many... Okay. Get +1 recruit rank. Or... Oh, I see. So we just get a faction-wide bonus. Forever. You know what? I really like this. This is a really... There should be more events like this one, where you just get a faction-wide bonus for... Because, you know, if you didn't have to, you were really tight for money, you might go, oh shit, I can't really do that now. But for me, I'm like, yeah, get that boy and retainer, we're going to get... I mean, recruit rank is never something I'm particularly super invested in, because you generally don't recruit many units. You know, if you lose a unit, that's a pain in the arse. It's, you have to spend time, and you don't have the armies necessarily to do that. But being able to just get that nice faction-wide bonus is, you know, it's nice. I like that. More of that, please.
Born to rule.
Yes. Good stuff. Good fucking stuff. Okay, so I think we're sieging this guy down, but we still have 2 ogre settlements in our territory. And the other problem is they're both allied with our allies. So, the poll for next time is going to be...
With the wisdom of dragons
Alright, well I can confederate you.
dragon.
The poll for next time is going to be, should I declare war on these ogres and call it a win, and then have to kill Meow Meow potentially, because I guarantee she's probably going to lose her shit. Alternatively, is just getting a military alliance with them good enough? Do we think? Do we think that? And that's going to be the poll for next time. Oh dear. Oh, and I'm going to have to do some fixing here, because I think we've got... Yeah, we've got too many armies, basically. It's not too bad. I wonder if... I can't confederate with you, but I'm still strength rank 5. I reckon the only way you could confederate Meow Meow is if you...
The Emperor permits this.
I genuinely don't know, because it seems very, very hard to confederate her. She seems very resistant to it. So I genuinely don't know if you could actually do it. So do we just military ally with the ogres and go, that's good enough? Or do we kill them and potentially have to deal with Meow Meow? That's going to be the poll for next time. Thank you very much for watching. Keep voting on the next campaign poll as well. Don't forget that one. Keep it going. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.